Is brought to you by Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, now with events throughout the year.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Luby, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the frim fram sauce with the awesome fay, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Today, coming to you live from one of my favorite places in all of South Florida, one of the best places in all of South Florida, and certainly this, I guess you would call the peak in terms of what we've done so far here in the Lunchbox. We visited, of course, some incredible restaurants throughout the region, but today it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the Lunchbox for the first time the one, the only chef, restaurateur extraordinaire, Angelo Elia at Casa de Angelo in Fort Lauderdale, where it all began. Welcome to the Lunchbox.
Thank you,
Chef.
Mike. Thank you so much to having me here with you today. It's a pleasure for me. It's an honor, and it's a great time.
We've known each other a long time. I've been coming in here. Well, you opened this place when? It's been 27 years?
27 years.
So I can't even do the math anymore, but that's about 1997.
Yes.
And again, before I became the food critic at the Sun Sentinel, the restaurant guy, I was, news columnist, sports columnist. I would come in here, celebrations, occasions. You stand for quality, my friend.
I think that's what is everything about cuisine and Italian cooking. You know, if you don't have a quality, you don't have nothing. I stand for quality. I stand for family. We are a family restaurant still today after 27 years.
And it is, a place to come for celebrations, occasions. I consider an occasion just a Saturday night that I'm still breathing, and it's this day and age. But no, what you've done is incredible. And before we're going to be joined by some other of the chefs and the talented crew here. Angelo Massanova now is the chef de cuisine here. He's going to be joining us. Maybe Chef Ricky. Maybe even Denise. You better might join us.
Let me see.
We'll see.
We spoke with her.
We'll
she literally was so fantastic. I was like, okay, we need another microphone because she, with Chef Angelo, would be amazing.
She was telling us about a sign that she had early on about, do you want to talk to the owner or the woman who has all the answers?
That's my wife, married 30 years. She's wonderful. She's great.
She is wonderful. The two of you, it is the epitome of the European brand of hospitality, which, look, you're an old school guy. You came here. Let's tell people about your backstory, where you were born, how you got to the United States. And I did hear some backstory from our friend Bert Rappaport about your early days. But
great.
just tell us about your origins.
I'm a little guy from south of Italy, where we don't have nothing. We came in nothing, zero.
What was the name of the town?
South of Salerno, a small town called Acquavella, which is a very small, maybe 600-700 people. And there was no opportunity over there, nothing to do, believe me. There is, do my father work a little bit or be on my own. And I decided to come in the state to stay 1 month. I never went back to Italy for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
You just thought you were coming for a little bit to do what?
That's it. I have an uncle there in New York. And, and then I was by myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's it. 14 years old. I sleep many times in the subway, many times on the road. Believe me. So it was a tough time, but it was excitement too. We work very hard.
Did you know that you wanted to get into restaurants and the hospitality business? Did you have any connections?
No,
back
we have
home?
a connector back home. I was working with my mom. My mom is a wonderful cook.
Mm-hmm. Home cooking or the restaurant?
I cook, home cooking. She's great. And, I learned a lot of stuff. I learned the basic.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have the basic, I think you have everything.
Mm-hmm. And when you have a good mom, you have everything.
Yeah,
too.
we know invent the wheel. We used to do the really stuff, the ragu, the meat sauce, the pomodoro, the lasagna, the roast beef, the porchetta, the rabbit.
You're making me
and
hungry,
oh
I was
Chef.
yeah,
gonna
that's
say.
fresh fish because we come
Yep,
place by
yep,
the sea,
yep.
and it's so fresh, so beautiful, and I used to work since I was 12 years old. I was doing wedding. I used to do all kind of stuff.
And that was where at a mom. Okay.
Yes, and then we used to work in the summer. The summer was very busy because we live at 2 miles from the Mediterranean Sea, and I used to do wedding on the beach. I used to
Okay,
do
so
all
there was
kind of stuff. We
little
used to work in the
catering.
Were you
kitchen.
cook? Oh, you were
catering.
cooking. Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
It was mainly tourists
At
that were
12.
coming
mainly
through.
tourists.
Yeah.
Mainly tourists
Okay.
from Naples, from.
So when you go to New York and you're going, are you working at pizza places, restaurant? Are you
I
doing anything
work,
there?
I start to work with a lot of beautiful restaurants. I work with my Casa for a little while, La
Mhm.
Cisterna. Then I went on by myself. I want to go I want to try New York City, and I want to work in New York. I work in a lot of different places. I work at Four Seasons when I was 16 years
the
old.
Four Seasons.
Wow.
Four Seasons.
Wow.
New York City
You
was
got your chops
beautiful.
going early.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was beautiful. It was nice. I learned a lot from them. Then, I opened my first restaurant, Syracuse, when I was 21 years old
That was in New York
in New
City.
York City, downtown by the
Wow.
14th Street by the old Palladium.
Okay. Yeah, I used to.
Small place. Maybe we talk about 1,500 people, 1,500 square feet, 2,000.
What year
maximum.
was this? This is
Oh my God! They came in the 70s.
so late 70s.
Yeah,
I was going to high school right down the block.
No,
Then
I
I
know.
wish I would
I
have
don't know if
known
you were
about it.
young.
I
my
would have
God.
stumbled in
I
there.
I used to deal with all the
back.
actors. They used to go. Billy
Nice.
Joe came many times.
Really?
Mandy Patinkin.
And this was your
Bernadette
place
Peterson. Yes.
at 21.
Yes.
So how is it that you ended up down in South Florida, and I guess you got hired by Burt Rappaport at Prezzo?
Yeah, I sold my restaurant,
Okay.
and then I moved to Florida. And I did an adventure with Burt Rappaport. I opened all the pretzels for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burt and Dennis Max. It was a good adventure, but all the everything come to an end.
Right.
In
Right.
the end, so
Well, it
after,
came time to strike out on
it
your
came
own.
time to be on my own. I was there with him about 5 years. I opened a few restaurants. We like each other a lot. We did a beautiful change in the company, so I'm very proud of the concept. Really proud.
Yeah, he speaks highly of you to this day.
Oh yeah, we are. I left everything I work with, everybody I work with. I treat everybody like the way I like to get treated, and they always look. I give them under 50% like it was mine.
Now it's funny how you hear different origin stories because I did not realize that you were first in New York, that you had your own place in New
Yes.
York, and that then you sold it. He made it seem like he got you fresh
He
off the
found you.
boat.
No,
and you
no,
were
no,
penniless. Yeah, he said he had
I
to
was
buy you.
penniless in New York. I
Yeah.
have no one penny.
Well,
I
he
came
said
here
he
with
said he had
$10.
he had to buy you a car so you could get around at some
No.
point. But
No, Dennis, when I came here, yeah, they gave me the corporate car. They gave me everything.
yeah. Well, that's good. That's the way
Yeah.
to play him because
Yeah.
if you're
It
a
was
man of
good.
your
Exactly.
talents,
Exactly.
you deserve whatever
Thank you.
fringe benefits you could get. So,
Thank you.
all right, then we get into now Casa D'Angelo is your premium fine dining
Oh.
brand, and it's become a mini empire.
Casa
How did it
D'Angelo.
get to be so bad? And let's I'll lay it out real quick. It started off here in Fort Lauderdale, then came Boca Raton,
They
Casa D'Angelo,
came Bahamas.
then
They came
Bahamas,
Boca Raton.
and then
They came Aventura,
Aventura,
and then came
Aspen. Now,
and then it came in my other group of Angelo Elia Pizza Bar and
Right,
Tapas, which
which
is
is-
still mine.
the mid-range, again, excellent
Yes.
quality food, but a little bit
Beautiful.
more casual.
Lower price,
Yeah.
and focus on family and things like that.
Yeah, but pizzas and some
Yes,
pastas, and
yes.
again, high end, but not at this level of
level.
fine dining.
Yes.
And then how's the bakery bar doing?
Bakery is doing phenomenal.
That's on Oakland Park
Phenomenal.
Boulevard in
Phenomenal.
Fort Lauderdale
Yes.
here, East Oakland Park Boulevard. Before you get to US 1, is this, he calls it Angelo Elia Bakery Bar. I
The
remember
bakery bar, yeah.
I was there for the opening day because I was at that point the Sun Sentinel's food writer, and I remember that again, all this exquisite pastries, European, the finest coffee, and I remember talking to, I guess at that point, the lead bakery, the pastry chef. I think he was from France, and he was
France.
he was talking about the butter that cost something like back then, like $10 a pound.
We still use now, but they cost more than $10 a pound. That's for sure.
And you could taste it in every
So
pastry.
you're combining the worlds of French and Italian
Well, it's
pastries.
a patisserie.
Well, I'm just saying
the
that
patisserie just to make the beautiful croissant. In Italy, we have a cornetto, so I'm doing a little bit of each.
I'm just saying, as someone who's traveled to both Italy and France, that's like I can't even. My mind's about to explode thinking of one place having a little bit of both. Like
have a little bit of both.
Breakfast there is fantastic.
It's still beautiful. Still great.
Yeah, I can't believe that. You got to go check it out sometime.
I'm like, my wife is going to yell at me that we haven't been there a million times already.
It's and that were you hoping to expand that and have it
I
in
was
different
open to
locations?
expand, but I took my time. I'm taking my time because after I open, husband take a lot of me.
Yeah,
It was very demanding.
So, all right, so this obviously is the premium brand. And for those who haven't been to a Casa D'Angelo, I urge you to go check it out wherever is closest to you, because they are, 3 locations, Boca, Aventura, which opened right before the pandemic. And I love that patio out there because during the pandemic, I was living out there like once a week. I would go down.
I know. I remember.
He's like, I know.
It was good.
And, but again, those are the 3 premium Casa D'Angelo locations. And, but the Bahamas is no longer with us.
Bahamas, no. After the virus, we closed for 3 years.
And then Aspen, tell us, because recently you just sold it. You had lifted it up. It was like the top-rated restaurant.
Top-rated
in Aspen,
restaurant. They
Colorado.
never can get in, and they got a great offer from people from Google and this Chipotle, and there was a good deal for me with Carlos, which is the new owner. He's very, very smart, and it was a very good deal, and I want to enjoy the house there.
Right. Now you still have, you have your, I guess, a vacation home out there, and when you go on vacation,
I want to
get in the way to have a restaurant that you're always.
When I was there, I was working every day, 7 days a week, 18 hours. I don't want to. I don't feel like to do that anymore.
You've been at this a long time, and like a lot of chefs and restaurateurs, especially those from Europe, I mean, you want to be involved. You like to touch all the tables. You like to be on the line. You're expedite. I mean, is it hard now to kind of like oversee an empire where you're in? You obviously have great teams in place, but how do you manage your time? And are you tired at this point?
I'm never tired. I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. When I start here, they're on my wine list.
Your wine, by the way, is spectacular.
This is amazing. But
what do we have in
restaurant?
We think Promise from Gaia.
Promise is a Gaia. Gaia is, of course, one of the premier winemakers in Italy and the world. And I love coming in here because just staring at these wine walls and your collections back there. We set up in the main dining room today because of the lighting, but hopefully. Next time we'll get in and set up. Denise was showing us that private room that has the wines.
The wine cellar's fantastic.
Cellar up top. It's just gorgeous.
The whole room is
gorgeous. Yes, we have 18,000 bottles.
That's crazy.
I have I mentioned over $5 million in wine.
That's an incredible amount of grape juice.
An incredible amount,
And we
invest a lot of wine.
You have some stakes and part ownership in some vineyards over there still?
Yes. In Sardinia,
I remember
by Porto Cervo, called Yancara, which is we will make white, red, Vermentino, Cannonau. We will make a different type of wine, and we ship all over.
I love that red Yancara Sardinia because it has more of a minerality to it.
Mineral, great with lobster, great with shrimps, great with raw seafood, spectacular.
I'll never forget because the first time I had that wine was at another Italian restaurant that specializes in Sardinian out in Weston. It's called Zona Blu.
Zona Blu, beautiful.
I had it when I was on a review meal. I loved it so much I'd never had it, and then I don't know if I came in here one time and I mentioned to you, and he goes. Yeah, I own that vineyard.
Of course. That's great. I think he's modest too about it.
You have your hand in so many things, my friend. And I guess truly blessed. I know that A while back you had a little bit of a health scare. How's you
I'm
doing?
fine now,
Yep.
thank God. 5 years ago was a little
that's
bit on
amazing.
the downside for me for about almost a year. Now I'm clean. I'm phenomenal. I'm doing great, and life is going on.
Life is good.
Stronger than before. So
It's great.
It's all good. And if you're not done yet. I mean, we're talking. You say, okay, you got the 3 Casa d'Angelos. You just sold the one in Aspen. What's next for the brand?
I'm gonna do a couple more Casa d'Angelo. We have a new location come to Boca
Nice.
on Palmetto Park, and almost 5,000 square feet.
Now that's
with a
going to be
big bar.
replacing the
That
current
will
one,
be replaced the current one in about a couple years.
because the current
almost
one is
ready.
going to be that block, I guess, is being redeveloped.
It's being redeveloped. It will be a building going on.
So the timetable is what? The current one is still open, right?
Yes,
the one that's
current
on
one
Palmetto?
will be open till the day we open the other one,
Okay.
and then maybe then we are close the other one and we open the new one in
Okay.
December.
And both of them are on Palmetto Park.
On
Road.
Palmetto Park. Yes.
How far is the new one from the existing one?
Quarter of a mile.
Quarter of a mile. Okay, so it's going to be hopefully a very
Yes.
smooth transition.
Very beautiful. I hope so.
When do you anticipate the move? Maybe
The move
2025 or
2025.
Okay.
The end of 2025.
All right. So that's Boca. Oh, we got some plates hitting.
Beautiful.
And then you're talking about maybe looking a little bit south again. And you've got Aventura.
We
that's
got
going on.
Aventura. Right now. I'm looking Design District, which is I think
Which
we have
is
a location.
Just happening and
And
hopping. Yeah.
I have a couple friends of mine. They help me, and also I look in Brico. I want to do a Casa d'Angelo downtown in Miami now. That's my goal after
downtown.
Aventura.
Yeah, I guess it's easier with again, Jamaica, Bahamas, and
yeah.
Aspen. That you got to get on a plane. But if you have a whole bunch that's all in one area,
it will be easier.
it's easier. I
It
know the
will be
traffic is
easier.
bad.
Yeah.
Maybe you could find a helicopter you can rent to
Oh.
go from place to place. And again, Fort Lauderdale, this is home base though, right?
Yes.
You've got a
this
loyal.
is my heart here, my soul.
Yeah.
I got royal guests that come here 2 times a week, forever.
And
wow.
speaking of royal guests, I'm just texting now. Stacy Ritter, who's head of the
Oh,
Visit
my
Lauderdale,
God. She's the
she
best.
sings his praises. Her and her husband Russ, who's a huge wine
Yes, he loves
aficionado.
wine.
He loves coming in here and just staring at the walls and drooling. But Stacy, for a long time, says Casa d'Angelo, that's the best restaurant in Broward.
Yes,
and
she's great.
The level that you've been able to maintain for the longevity that you have is what makes it astounding, because in this day and age and in this area, things come and go. 2 years, 3 years, and to do it for 27 years at this
That's
level.
amazing.
I
In
got
South Florida? That's
big
fantastic.
applause.
And that's everything about the help we have. What do we create? We have, Sammy, Massanova, Lalo. They've been here for 25 years.
Wow, really?
So everybody, we have Antonio,
So let's take our first break, and I guess we do have the first plate arrive. It looks like a beautiful crudo.
Yes, beautiful crudo.
We got that. What is it? A snapper or
snapper?
Hey,
Now,
might
look
be a
at
food
you,
critic.
man.
I'm able to eyeball
I'm
Beautiful.
proud of you.
It looks gorgeous. We're gonna. I understand that might be a couple of more plates coming out.
We have a lot of more plates. So on the next segment, we're gonna have a lot of
You
plates
shouldn't
on this
have.
table.
Yeah.
So again, Casa d'Angelo. The address here is I should know.
1201 North Federal Highway.
It's right over the north of the Big Bend, where Sunrise and the Federal Highway split off. It's been here for 27 years. It is a fantastic place, and we'll come back and chat more with chef restaurateur Angelo Elia and the rest of his crew at Casa d'Angelo after these words. From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to BashSouthernKitchen.com. Hey, it's Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. An exquisite sushi experience. Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we are back on the Lunchbox, and I've just had some of the best bites I've had all year. No surprise. Casa D'Angelo, chef owner Angelo Elia is back with us, and we're having, I guess this is just the appetizer course.
Yeah, it's it.
We had the snapper crudo, and then what else came out here? We had
beautiful tuna.
Tuna, there we go.
It's sushi grade tuna, first quality, excellent.
It looks like some of the those Sicilian olives on top, or
Sicilian olive capers, and some peperoncino calabrese.
Luby, like, so I know that we're not supposed to touch the table anymore because I understand that it's shaking a little, but I can't resist. I've got to go onto the plate here. I'll try to be very gentle as I take this bite. Again, the snapper exceptionally fresh. I mean, this is basically, it's Italian sushi or sashimi, only with the components that are just so much more refined than what you get at the typical sushi roll at your corner Thai sushi place. I guess you said you grew up near the sea, so that seafood has always had
what we eat.
special place,
orata. That's where we eat mostly.
that is fresh. It's delicious. I think we just got a plate that just landed is one of your signature dishes.
Yes.
And I know these are the squash blossoms. Just can you tell us about the dish and how you prepare them?
Fior di zucca.
Mm-hmm.
We stuff with ricotta parmigiano, very plain, like my mother used to make. And we just pan fry.
Yeah. And
That's
what's
it.
on the
Very
side?
simple. That's tomato with the burrata.
A tomato. And I've never seen a tomato like that. Is that like a marinated tomato?
Yeah, the marinated tomato with the extra virgin
And that's an
oil.
heirloom local?
Tomato. Yeah, local.
Again, the quality here is unsurpassed. I know we have our friend Reno down the block at Heritage. He's doing a squash blossom dish that's gotten a lot of pub, but this is the original, and it is quite remarkable. I'm going to make Luby take a taste, and then Luby's going to get the boot soon because we're going to welcome in Angelo Massanova, your chef de cuisine, right? And we'll have a little bit of a discussion with him. But Luby, can I get you the squash blossom? And hopefully I'll be very, very ginger with this. And while we're kind of eating and noshing, I do have a question for you, Chef Angelo, which is, there's been a lot of talk and actually Michelin stars, and they just had their big, ceremony reveal for 2024. But the way that it's structured is the Michelin guide, and people are only doing certain cities in Florida based on who paid them. Some of the I guess the tourism boards statewide kicked in, and then Miami, the Orlando area, Orange County, and the Tampa, St. Pete area did, but Broward and Palm Beach has not. What's your take on it? Do you wish that you could be eligible for the reviewers to come in and maybe get awarded with some?
It will be a pleasure to have that. It will be our dream to be a Michelin star nominated, and maybe get a star.
Or at least a mention.
At least a mention will be great. In Broward, we have many restaurants, good restaurants here too.
Do you think, I guess what I read is that they had a 3-year deal with the current cities, but that maybe it might be opened up to more places starting next year.
I know.
So you would like to see Broward?
I would like to see Broward to have a couple Michelin stars.
And not to toot your horn, but again, well, I'll toot it. I'll say this one, at Casa de Angelo, the original, I've had meals of, incredible quality and creativity. I've had things like elk chops here that you make.
We do all the time. Duck, anything venison, everything.
Things that you don't find every day.
Authentic.
And again,
Italian fare.
the preparation, the quality, the just overall, the atmosphere. I think it's Michelin star worthy. But what do I know? I'm just an award-winning.
But let me ask you on that: what if they don't open it to everyone, and if money you invest sort of gears them to where they do or don't give Michelin stars in the restaurant community, chef community? What credence do you give to the Michelin star? I know the lay person believes in them a lot, and I know in the community they do, but if they're only going here because they signed a contract, and they're like, what credibility do you give to as a chef and a renowned chef?
I don't give it too much credibility. I'm honest with
but
you.
it means a lot.
It means a lot.
You'd like to have it, but you.
Yeah, but I've been the best Michelin star restaurant in the world.
Is it in Italy or is it just France? Are they in
Italy and France?
Yeah, Italy.
France,
right.
We have Osteria Francescana. We have Enoteca Pinchiori. We have a lot of great Michelin stars.
I should know that. For some reason, I think Michelin. I only think of France, and I didn't realize that the Italian restaurants.
We just have a dinner with my wife in Milan on a Michelin star restaurant. It was.
Okay.
Where I expect Michelin star.
Okay.
Oh, it was good.
Great white tablecloths, glass, silver, everything spectacular. I think the Michelin star in America need to move forward a lot.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. Well, again,
it's my personal opinion.
There's different styles. I know in Europe they go for more of the classic, like you said, white tablecloth.
White tablecloth.
Here they've been a little bit more amenable to places that are maybe not the white maybe a
As
little bit
elevated.
less formal in terms of atmosphere. They focus on the food. But it seems like lately all they're doing is going for these Japanese omakase sushi
everyone,
places.
every Japanese
Yeah.
and the sushi place.
Now, Luby, I urge you to cut into the middle where you get that fresh
You got
whipped
everything.
ricotta. It's unbelievable, and it's light as a feather.
Yeah,
I don't
very,
know how
very
you do
light, very light.
it. Oh my god, I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. That is
This is fantastic. I've
unbelievably
gotten to
good.
the meat of it.
I cannot. Every time I come here, I can't resist that.
No, these are some of the best quality, and we have a regular coming every night, and they order that. We go through a lot of amount of that.
Now, you guys are going to be having a wine dinner soon. You'd like to have a lot of these.
Yeah,
wine dinners
we
and
do a
events.
lot of wine dinner, at least once or every other month.
And you have like with top producers like the Gaia and
Top of the guy on the Elia, Banfi. We have whatever there is to be done, we do it.
if people want to get involved, is there a mailing list or just go onto the website
Yes,
and sign up?
website. We have a mailing list, but usually on the website, it's all the
CasaDeAngelo.com, I
Yes.
believe it is. And again, there's so many great things that are always going on at all three locations. So if you're looking for something, for a date night or something new to do, I really highly urge you to check it out.
Yep.
So, I have this little Facebook group that I help run called Let's Eat South Florida.
Yes, it become very, very successful.
It's 150,000
I-
people.
He's being modest by saying that.
That's,
Yeah.
it's an
Some
area.
sort of a monster.
It's an area of 6 million people, so 150,000 is not that much, but it is kind of
Yeah,
the same
very
size
nice.
of the city of Fort
Yes,
Lauderdale.
yes.
But again, it's a little bit of a engaged, passionate, and slightly crazy group. But there's always interesting topics on there, and I wanted to ask you one of them that landed today, asking about butter, and that a guy was saying that he wondered, are you allowed to leave butter out? Because he prefers having his just sit out, stay
warm.
soft for, not just for a little bit when you're using it, but days and maybe
Wow.
weeks at a time. And I thought it was a cultural thing because I know people, my sister-in-law who grew up in Tennessee said, yeah, we never refrigerated our butter, honey. We just left it out there and nobody ever got sick. I think in France, the same thing. I would always see it just sitting out on
France,
counters.
Europe, they do that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Here, the health department
Here
for
we cannot
restaurants,
do it,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
was like-
against the law.
at a restaurant,
Yeah.
obviously, it's against health department regulations. They'd write you up, and then you'd be in the headlines. You don't want to deal
you
with
don't
that.
want to do that. And,
But let's say at home. I mean, is it okay to do it? Is it unsafe? What do you think
I know
about butter?
I keep in mind the refrigerator, or I whip it before we serve it.
Okay.
Okay.
So it will be nice and soft.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't keep the big block.
Clunk, yeah, chunks.
So I whip it very, very nice.
That's here at the
for
restaurant.
here.
Okay. But I'm saying at home. Do you just keep
At home,
it out?
We keep in the refrigerator.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
also,
keep in the
you keep it
refrigerator.
Have you know? Yeah, I didn't know you could. I know some things you can, but butter, it's a dairy product.
No,
Like, that would weird me
I
out. to
will
leave
not.
butter
I will
sitting
not
out.
keep it out.
I don't know. I've done
But
it
the
before.
Italian, the French, the European,
Yeah.
they do that.
In France, they keep it out for weeks. I say they leave
But
it
they go
out.
through stuff. What's great
Yeah.
about over there is they're not getting the
It's like the buffalo
Tupperware of
mozzarella.
it.
What do we do with the buffalo mozzarella? You have to leave it out.
Yeah, because
You
otherwise
have to
it
leave it out at
congeals
least
in the
4 or
fridge.
5 hours before you
Yeah.
you serve it, because the cream is come out,
Yeah.
everything
Yep.
is coming
Is
out.
that what's on the tomato, or is that?
Yeah, that's burrata. That's
That's fantastic.
I'm gonna have a
Puglia.
bite of that
That's
now.
beautiful. Puglia burrata is phenomenal.
I don't know. I feel like, again, like overseas are really good about getting smaller portions, going through it in a day or two. Over here we go to like Costco and we get a Tupperware size of it. Like, I don't know if you want to keep that out for weeks. That's an interesting question, and I appreciate that they refrigerated.
It
I'm not
got a
gonna
lot
lie.
of chatter on the group today, and I, again, for people with compromised immune systems or who are older, I would not play around with that. I would
No.
keep my butter refrigerated.
Yep.
But for a daredevil like me,
You know,
and the
living
French,
single
I say
home
the
life.
French, they leave their butter out right next to their stinky unpasteurized cheese, which,
That
look,
sounds fun.
it's all different cultures around
Yeah.
the world. It's
Yes.
amazing to see what's around. And again, they go through a lot of butter in France.
Oh
too.
yeah.
And that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
thing is they're moving it. a lot quicker than we do here.
It's all good. All right. Let's take our second
And we'll bring
break, and then we'll
reinforcements.
bring in Angelo Massanova, the chef de cuisine, long time here, and we'll keep up our conversation and the unbelievably fantastic eats at Casa de Angelo. Before we get to that, though, let me just put in the good word for our friends at Visit Lauderdale Food
Yeah, we got a
Wine
lot going
Festival,
on.
because I don't know if you caught this, but the Burger Beast just got a big write-up in the Sun Sentinel, because he's going to be a big part of the upcoming 954 Burger Month. Again, May is National Burger Month, and this May it is coming to a restaurant near you, because 954burgermonth.com is the place to go for the celebration of burgers all throughout Broward County. There's going to be 4 big events that's going to be hosted by our friend Chef Gonzalez, also known as Burger Beast. First one is going to be May 1st kickoff event at Lauderdale Brewery. There's going to be this really hot food truck that specializes in those smash burgers. And Seth is going to be there, and so are we. We're going to be live streaming the opening event next Wednesday, a week from today.
Oh, wow,
at
that's
6
next
p.m. I did
I didn't
speak to
realize
Burger
that.
Beast this morning. He is speaking to
Oh,
me.
you had a verbal conversation
Yes,
with Burger Beast.
I actually got him on the phone,
Oh,
and
goodness.
he is very excited. The reports of our feud were greatly exaggerated.
By you.
He said it's fine. He's going to be on the show with us next Wednesday.
Nice.
And he's also having an event at Gilbert's on May 19th. That's going to be a ticketed event. So go online to 954burgermonth.com or vlfoodwine.com to get more information about the upcoming Burger Month. It's going to be a great time. And again, we're going to be at Gilbert's on Tuesday previewing it
Nice.
the day before the month kicks off with Lenore at Gilbert's 17th Street Burgers. And we'll be at Lauderdale with Seth Burger Beast next Wednesday night, live stream, special edition, 6 p.m. next Wednesday. Again, 954burgermonth.com. All right, let's go to a break, and we'll come back with more from Casa de Angelo with Angelo Elia and others after these words. Style slice. How about lunch specials for under $9 that come with garlic rolls and a fountain drink? I'm talking about Stromboli Pizza Kitchen in the Fountains of Plantation, 801 South University Drive. Since 1987, it's been home to Brooklyn-style pies and slices, heroes and paninis, pastas, and all your Italian-American favorites. It's got the unpretentious vibe of the pizza places of my youth, with daily specials, family dinners, outdoor seating, eat-in, carry-out, or delivery. Open 7 days a week. Go to strombolispizza.com to place your order today. Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. We're back on the Lunchbox. It is a glorious day, a Wednesday in Fort Lauderdale. We're at Casa Angelo.
I love that Chef Angelo Elia is joining us and eating with us. That's great.
He's digging
He's been
it.
dishing out the food.
Oh
I feel
my
like
God.
honored that he's dishing out portions to us directly. Like, that's so cool.
And I gotta give you major props. I don't think I've ever had the octopus here, but do you want to just describe it a little bit, because I'm still chewing on mine? But we're going to welcome the other Angelo, chef de cuisine here at Casa de Angelo, Fort Lauderdale, Angelo Massanova. Welcome to the Lunchbox, my friend. It's a pleasure having you on.
Hello, it's all my pleasure.
Yeah. One of you. Well, he's eating now. He's like me now. He's chewing his food. Can you just tell us a little bit about this octopus dish? What's on it? Because it is gorgeous.
So we have some gigantes beans, which we call fagioli di Spagna, some nice marinated white anchovies in the salad with the red onions, and a nice, beautiful grilled octopus from the Mediterranean. Nice and crispy. I think it's a great combination with the beans and the anchovies and the onions.
I appreciate any place that slaps on some white anchovies and delicious combination of flavors. I love the fact that we haven't even gotten to any of your house-made pastas here, and
We have a lot of more stuff coming.
oh God! But it is a fantastic array of the seafood. Again, I love seafood, especially in South Florida. And what a beautiful display of the bounty of the seas from both near and far. That snapper, by the way, unbelievably fresh and good. So major kudos to you guys. Angelo, I guess, how you know it? Because it's like Angelo 1, Angelo 1, Angelo 2, Angelo Senior, Angelo Junior. What's the code here when you got two?
We usually
Angelos?
go by his last name, Massanova.
Massanova.
Massanova is
That's the Brooklyn way of doing it.
Brooklyn way
You're
of doing
Angelo
things.
and you're
I'm
Massanova. Yeah, we're both Mike. So he's Luby and I'm Mayo, so that makes it easy. But tell us a little bit. You've been here a long time, huh?
Well, this is I'm going to start my 19th season. So it's been a long journey. And you want to talk about loyalty? I only work for Angelo, United States. I came here to work for him and for Casa d'Angelo, and I stay here since then. I mean, I have nowhere to go.
Where are you
This
from?
is my home.
Originally in Italy.
I'm from same little village where we're from, Salerno, in the Cilento National Park.
Okay, so you knew of him when you were growing. How did you get connected?
We are a long time family. We are connected, so it's a small village. Everyone knows each other. So, and
that's what you're saying. There was like 8 people, and I guess half of them now work here at Casa d'Angelo.
There is not that many left over there anymore. They all emigrated pretty much around the world. So,
just so again, 19 years, fierce loyalty. What's it like being, here? What drives you every day?
I mean, it's a passion. The first word I always say, passion. Without passion, you can't do anything. I mean, I work in this. We never stop working. Both Angelo, I, Ricky, we always. Our mind is always working on new things and new food. But every time I work in this place, I feel like I'm working home. So I enjoy what I do every day. Even making lunch for us. It's
we have a lunch every day.
I know, because I
And a big
stumbled in
lunch.
a couple of weeks ago when I wanted to, see about maybe coming in here and doing a show. And Massanova is concocting this. It was like a tostada with tuna,
bluefin tuna.
Bluefin
So I was
tuna.
trying the toro on the.
And I just come from doing a show where I was stuffed to the gills. He says, "Here, try this," and I was like, "I can't. I just ate." And then by the end, I was like,
You
"I
could
can't
not
resist
resist.
it." And it was freaking good. It was very nice. And you were making your, the daily allotment of the house-made pasta. I don't know if it was the fettuccine or the
We do fettuccini, bucatini, pappardelle, handmade ravioli, handmade gnocchi. So all our pasta are made in the house. So we have someone working on homemade pasta all day long.
Yeah, and you guys pride yourself. I mean, you've got such a full menu. You've got, like I was mentioning before, you've got the wild game, you've got elk, you've got duck, you've got obviously the classic veal dishes, you've got the seafood. what sells the most, or is it just every day and you have
We-
regular customers that kind of come and shoot the gamut, and every week they try something different?
Yeah, we are the word there is regular customers. That trust us. Then the love what we're making. So I let them try different things every time they come in, and they see their smile on their face, trying new stuff. It's amazing. That's what we're here for.
Are you one of those chefs that says no substitutions? Because, like, when you compose a plate like this, it's so beautiful, but or if somebody says, I hate white anchovies, even though they've never maybe even tried them, do you bend to their wishes?
So yes, we always make the customer happy. Angelo's mentality is always like the customer is number one priority. We make them happy. So we love that. But sometimes if they go a little bit too crazy, I go like, you know what, and suggest that. But we our customer knows how to eat. So
Okay, that's good. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
mean, I know I hear a lot of, well, again, on the Let's Eat group, you have some people who are very, can be picky, and they'll complain if a restaurant doesn't bend to their wishes or point of view. And I've heard it from both sides. And I also, I don't always take the side of restaurants, but I usually like to take the side of chefs that if they have come up with a dish, try it the way that they first envisioned it. And then if you don't like it,
we
then
make something else.
make something else. But and then always tell the people when you're at the restaurant that something's not to your liking, and they'll fix it instead of just nodding your head politely when the waiter asks, "Oh, is everything okay?" And you say yes, and then you go home and you write some flaming review
Oh yeah,
online.
that happens.
Yes, it happens. But
I follow your group as well, so I see a lot of the comments, and I feel bad for some of these chefs because I'm like, oh my god, what if it happens to me? It's like,
well, again, I think people need to be trained in a way. I mean, obviously, the best restaurants train their staffs and chefs, but I also think, and this is where I come in, I kind of try to herd the cats and crack the whip, and try to tell people there's a proper way of doing things. It's not confrontational
Yeah.
to just tell somebody that this something isn't to your liking or something is too salty. And again, say something at the time of service, because that's when a restaurant
Yeah,
can correct
that's
it.
what there is.
And the best restaurants, obviously,
That's what there is.
they want to correct it. They want
Yes.
to make things better.
I like to get out of the kitchen and go and ask customers around, like eat those, like Angelo does also. We go and ask customers their feedback right away, and thank God, most of the times it's good.
Right. This place, you see a lot of smiles, happy faces,
Oh,
and 5-star reviews on the various sites. Massanova, I guess, what's your favorite thing to make? I mean, is it pasta dishes? Or is
Well,
it
I grew up in a national park where we have everything, so fish, meat, everything. But I love to cook fish, but the time that I spent in Piedmont, it was my best time. I was in Torino for 3 years, and I love to make brassatos, risotto. Risotto probably is my 100% favorite. I like to make all
Is that
kinds
a
of different
hard
ones.
dish to execute? Does it take a lot of time?
Well, it's once you get used, it's
Need
fine, but it's
skills.
hard to make because you have to be right on point with al dente. Otherwise, the risotto overcooks. But I've been doing this for so many years, so I love it. I love it to make and to explore different things. You're gonna try risotto now, then it's coming soon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot wait. We've got more dish. We might have to have an extra elongated edition to we'll just kind of course it out with
Hey,
the
we
meal.
know when we eat, we eat.
We eat. This is the Italian way. Angelo, I guess you go back to Italy every year,
Yes.
or and just
Yes.
tell us about that. I mean, do you do it to refresh or to get new ideas, or
New
just to see?
idea, refresh. We travel a lot. We like to see what the other people do at the restaurant. And, I don't want to say I like to copy, but at least if you see the idea, and then, we
Inspiration.
inspiration. We do it together, and, we work. It's the same thing. It's going to Italy a lot. And Ricky too, he travel all over the world. You guys travel all over the world.
We go to
too.
New York all together.
We
Oh,
go
yeah.
to New York all together. We enjoy it.
I'd like to go on one of those trips.
We enjoy.
sometime.
It's crazy.
It's
When
a
we
lot
go-
of eating.
When we go to New York, we eat in 3 different restaurants a day.
Yeah. Oh,
Each
and how
day.
many?
3.
3.
Yeah, it's not
We
the first
try-
time we
we
went
And
go-
double
it's
dinner.
not
We go-
breakfast, lunch, dinner.
No.
It's
We go
dinner,
or lunch.
Do you hear that,
Crazy.
Louis? And you think I'm
Yeah.
bad when I do my bang bang
No,
go one
we
to
go
the other.
and we eat. We try we try.
8 dishes.
Last time we were La Cuckoo, we try all the menu. completely all the
Where does it
menu.
go, Angelo?
I don't know.
We were at Le Bernardin too, and
If we go to Bernardin,
Oh,
we try
can we
He
all
was
talk-
just
the
there.
menu.
Mayo was just there.
So I had my first experience going to Le Bernardin.
I'm a big
How
fan
do you
of
like
Eric
it?
first.
Wow,
It
what
was incredible.
I mean,
Ah.
I still kind of remember every dish. We did an 8-course
Oh, yeah.
tasting lunch.
For me, it was a dream come true to go there. You know,
yeah.
since
I
I
Oh,
was
wow.
we went with my two
Mhm.
son. I call them because they are the best, Ricky and
That's
Masanova, and we tried their menu.
yeah, and it's great.
I
when,
think we try so many extra on top of the course they
the
have.
guys over there, they
The
go like,
guy
"Oh my
over
god,
there,
I
and
don't know
then
what you guys
we
do."
pick up some great
Did-
wine.
do
We
you-
have like a feast. It was a feast.
when you go in and you keep ordering all the extras on top of the tasting menu, do you say, "Well, we own a restaurant, we just want to"?
Oh, they figured that out right
They
away.
figured
it out,
Great wine, great food, lots of appetizers. They figured out right away we were trying the food. So
Yeah, and it's nice that you go out, and again, it's not copying. It's again, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. It's and again, I know that you guys always
We try
try
so
to
many
put you-
restaurants when we go there. Last time we tried Danenji,
oh yeah, it was really good.
Etruski. We try so many restaurants when we go to. We really enjoy what we do there.
Yeah, that's nice. So, do you ever get a chance? Now you guys are open for dinner only 7 nights a week. Or you
7
off?
nights a week.
You're not off on Mondays. You're
No.
even in the off season.
No.
We
We
open
always
every
open.
day.
Yeah.
7 nights a week. So do
Close
you
Thanksgiving. So
right? Do you ever get a chance to go out in the local area?
Yeah,
and
we go
check
out.
out some other.
I like
places?
local.
Yeah.
Local is everything. There's so many good restaurants.
Yeah, I guess. Where do
in
you go?
town, Miami.
Mhm.
We don't go much Miami. Usually
like
go
to
to
explore
the
once in a
Design
while in
District.
Miami.
He's go more to Miami.
I think in Boca he goes to Palm Beach. You know, and so
Okay.
we have and then the day after we have a feedback from both sides and say, I tried this new stuff and
Do you try other Italian restaurants, or you?
We
make
try all kind
everything
of food,
just to see
everything,
what's
yeah.
getting the big buzz and all that stuff? Yeah. Well, let's take our final break of the day, and then we'll just keep eating whatever comes out. It'll be
All
good.
right.
And before we get to the final break, I do want to put in the good word for our friends at Delaware Seafood Market. Delaware Chicken and Seafood, it's been around for over 60 years. It's the house of freshness and, again, quality. They will take great care of you. It's, Doug Carter and Jose, Gene, those are the managers. You go in there. If you're going to be celebrating, it's graduation season is upcoming, or of course, just weekend cookout season is here, along with the playoffs. Going to be having a little home gathering. Go into Delaware. It's at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, and they have the freshest and, of course, the poultry. They have meats. They have house-made sausages, all varieties. Besides the pork, they've got the chicken and the turkey sausage, and of course, this fresh selection of seafood and fish from waters near and far. We're down to the last week of stone crab season. I
Yeah,
can't believe
that's
we've
it.
only got 7 days
Unbelievable.
until May 1st. So if you want to get that last stone crab catch of the season, get in there this weekend, and I will definitely load you up. It is very efficient in there. Again, open 7 days. DelawareChicken.com is the website. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, let's take our final break of the day, and then we'll come back. And it looks
enjoy
like
the risotto.
the
now.
risotto has hit the table. Is that a pile of like shrimp? What
That's
was it?
Florida rock shrimp tartare.
Rock shrimp tartare over it looks like
Squid ink
a squid ink
risotto. Yeah.
risotto.
I told you.
I
we
do a show with this man every day. We've gone to really great establishments. I've never seen that face on him
The
ever.
bar has been raised. Look, we go around. I love all the
He was like
restaurants.
anxious today. I'm like,
I lo-
dude, we do this every day.
No, this is we're on. Well, it's not Mount Vesuvio because that blew up, but whatever the
Everest.
highest
We're
mountain,
standing at Everest.
Everest. Well, I was thinking of an Italian mountain. I
Mont
don't know.
Blanc, the Monte Bianco.
Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc. There you go.
Yeah, when you're looking up from Lago di Como and you see the beautiful mountains there. I mean, we're at the pinnacle right now. This is unbelievable food, and we'll come back to wrap up this edition with Chef Angelo Elia, Angelo Masanova, after these words. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go?
Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets, they've got eggs Benedict, they've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Prezzo Italian Restaurants, 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com.
Okay, we're back on the Lunchbox, and I guess I'll call it dessert, the risotto here with rock shrimp, squid ink risotto, and I guess it must be is this a special seasonal item?
Seasonal item.
Seasonal
Yeah,
item.
now for the summer we do these kind of dishes.
Yeah, I love these kind of dishes. So again, the risotto, it's the special kind of the what is it? The arrobio rice they call
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Arborio.
Arborio. Oh my god.
That's
Okay.
fantastic.
I've been rendered speechless.
I've
Angelo.
never seen that.
I'm gonna stop, genuflect towards the dish itself,
Thank you.
and then praise all the various hands that were on it in the creation of the dish. Yeah, I think that Massanova is a keeper.
Yeah.
I'm
They're
impressed
both a
that
keeper.
look again, like you worked your way up, owned a place, and worked with Rappaport, and went back into owning a place. It's impressive to have the talent that you have here and to hold on to them. Again,
Yeah.
we do a lot of sports stuff too, so to hold on to talent's not easy. I mean, it speaks to not only you, but the establishment you have and
It's very difficult.
the group that you have here, that everyone is growing together. And he said, look, there's nowhere for me to go, which is interesting in this industry.
Oh, and we're gonna make
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
We're
for
gonna
sure,
have
sure.
Chef Ricky sit down for a sec because we do want to introduce him. And he's been with you for 25 years, you said?
Well, he will tell you.
He'll tell me. All right, we're
Almost.
gonna get him on. Have a seat, Chef Ricky. Oh yeah, we've got more dishes hitting us because oh my gosh, that's the seared scallops over the looks like
They're a
house-made
little
bucatini. Yeah?
homemade bucatini with semolina, asparagus, a little aromatic oreganata, and crispy tomato leaves.
That looks gorgeous.
It's a big favorite in Boca.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
these plates are almost too pretty to eat, but nevertheless, I will plow through them in a minute.
Okay.
So, Chef Ricky, welcome to the Lunchbox.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
And so you helm the fort in Boca, or
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct. Been in Boca since day one. Been with Angelo since 2003, actually. So it's over 20 years. Yeah.
So that's a long time. That's much longer than my marriage lasted. So obviously he treats you well, and but I guess there's some changes afoot in Boca, right? But how are you preparing? Because you're going to be moving, and is that always a little bit of I guess something that fills you with anxiety because you get set in a place for a long time.
Well, more than anxiety, I'll be honest with you, it's a challenge. And we love challenges. With Angelo, we learn how to love challenges. So we get in the right way. We're very excited. We're going to have an open kitchen. So it's going to change a little bit the whole setup. So
is the new place bigger than the
It's going to be bigger. We're going to have a corner. So it's going to be completely a different world.
Nice. And again, you're anticipating that the move is going to take place sometime next year in 2025.
We're thinking end of 2025. Could be 2026.
Okay.
We want to make sure we're 100% ready.
Right. And again, in Florida, you never know with the the building, between the contractors and the inspectors. And all
Never know what happens.
All right. But the nice part is you're going to still be in service at the existing one until the day that the new one
Correct.
opens, right?
Yes, correct.
So the Boca fans of Casa d'Angelo will not have to go without for a moment. And I know it's a very competitive market up there. They've got, seems like Boca is the worldwide leader in steakhouses, and also there's a lot of Italian restaurants.
A lot of Italian. Now they're bonding Italian and steakhouses at the same time. But, we've been there a long time. I think we established ourselves. Obviously, we want to get better and better. And that's our direction.
Yeah, and I don't like to denigrate any other competitors. Everybody has their own niche, and
everybody does their own thing.
I was in the newcomer that's from Chicago, and give me this every day of the week. Give me this. It's a different style. It's Italian American. They overcook their pasta. It's almost like I don't want to say it's glue, but it's a little bit soft. It's a mushier style. Here, you're holding your tongue very diplomatically, but you're true Italian, right?
We are.
Yeah, and
True traditional, true Italian.
And these dishes, unbelievable. I mean, who came up with the concept of having a tartare, like basically, a raw shrimp of utmost quality, local product,
rock shrimp, that's
on
great.
top of a beautifully cooked
Well, we
risotto?
like to try to bond, Italian ingredients like a risotto. It's we use rice bono, which for us is one of our top. So use an Italian ingredient, and then you try to use local seafood. Rock shrimp are from Florida. They're excellent. So, we always try to come up with something different.
And again, I don't the balance of the dish. I know critics like to use the word balance a lot, but it's not overly salty. It's not overly it's just got a perfect components that it really just, when you start eating it, your saliva glands just start working overtime because the sensations that are going on in your mouth. And we use also the flavor profile umami a lot, but this is like the height of umami deliciousness where you just get that. It's hard to describe the taste, but it's just so satisfying.
It works together. It works
it
together. So
works.
I think it's a perfect bond.
It works it works together in a way that, let's say, your corner shop might have spaghetti and meatballs, and that's a good combination. But here at Casa d'Angelo, do you have polpetti on the menu?
We do.
You do?
We like both worlds. We want to give both worlds.
You give the people what they want.
Correct.
Yeah.
But what I want is more of this, because this is the high-end stuff. I'm going to wait till after the show is over to dive into that scallop. These are beautiful. Where do you get the scallops from?
These are what they call Utin dry scallops.
And they're from New England area?
Correct.
Yeah, that's a beautiful product.
They sear very nicely. They're super sweet, very
The color
meaty.
is beautiful.
Yeah, it's just that plate screams spring. I see some green asparagus stalks in there.
Yeah.
I see the bucatini is also tinged with some of the herbs and the green. I can't get over the fact that I'm actually sitting here with you guys and being, feeded to this beautiful feast. Luby, what do you say? What on a scale of 1 to 5 stars? What do you rate Casa d'Angelo?
Well, 12 stars. But what I think is interesting is you've been restrained. We need to have the three of you around a lot more. He's not doing big bites. He's not putting his finger into the middle of a dish.
I've been on my best
I'm
behavior.
So proud of him and
Sometimes
grateful to you all to see this mayo that I heard so much about with the renowned food critic that I have yet to see.
No,
well, this is the first round. We'll see in the second round, right?
sometimes
things change.
I tend to get a little sloppy and lose my manners. I think next time, I'm going to wear a jacket and tie because
Honestly, I feel
that'd be
underdressed, to be brutally honest.
No, next time we do spaghetti, cacio e pepe. We
Then-
dig in.
I won't say
then
no
I'll
to
need a
that.
bib or something like that. Angelo, any parting words? This was so great for me. I can't
Thank you, Mike.
thank you enough.
It's my job is very easy if I have Ricky and Massanova on my side, and they work so hard. We open many restaurants together.
And let me ask you, because one of the major issues that a lot of places have had, especially since the pandemic, is staff, getting people with the proper experience. I'm talking about the floor staff, the servers, and proper training. I guess, do you have much turnover here, or your floor staff is kind of like
No
your kitchen
turnover.
staff? No turnover.
Very little.
And that explains why you get a great experience every time. These are pros from beginning to end, from front of the house, the host stand, everything here is I don't want to say flawless, because sometimes things might go a little wrong, because that's just a
That's
human
the name.
endeavor.
Yeah.
But when something maybe you guys make everything better and make it right. I'm in awe of what you guys have been doing. I'm one of your biggest fans, and I just thank you guys so
It's a
much.
pleasure to have
Thank
you
you.
here.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure to have you.
Keep up the great work. All right, that's going to do it
Thank
for
you.
today. Tomorrow we'll be with our friends at Even Keel Fish Shack in Lauderdale by the Sea. Some casual seafood, fresh.
Fairly
local.
elevated. They do a nice job.
Brad
with
and
that.
Dave do a nice job as well. But meanwhile, you come in here to either the original location here, 1201 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale. 27 years. That's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Where does the time go?
It's a long.
Remember when it was just the turn of the century and everybody was saying, I can't believe it's the year 2000. And now we're almost a quarter of the way through this century. And thank goodness that some things can be depended upon.
Old reliables, which is a good term.
Casa D'Angelo, Fort Lauderdale, an old reliable. Boca Raton is there on Palmetto Park Road in East Boca. Aventura there.
And I have to check out this bakery. Like, I'm about to text my wife the freaking link right now.
Angelo Elia Bakery on East Oakland Park Boulevard. The Angelo Elia Pizza, what do they call it?
Pizza bar.
Pizza bar. And that's all over. How many locations is that?
5.
Oh, wow.
There's one in Delray Beach. Is there still one in Weston?
Weston.
Fort
Coral
Lauderdale?
Springs.
Coral Springs. Okay, it's all out there. Angelo, he's got an empire.
I thought he was scaling back.
Yeah.
We don't want you to, but it's interesting that he said that term. Then you named 14 different restaurants.
No matter what level, price point, again, you're going to get a great quality meal at the when Angelo Elia's name is on the marquee. Again, but Casa D'Angelo for me, it's been on my top list of South Florida for as long as he's been operating them. All right, that's it for today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, enjoy every risotto, pasta, and enjoy every sandwich.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.